I was driving down the M4 motorway, which runs from the West Country to London in England. And there was this program on Radio 4. Radio 4 is this kind of rather highbrow chat radio in England. And they were talking about this this guy who was going around the British Isles copywriting all of these songs, the traditional songs that have been passed down from generation to generation by word of mouth and that kind of stuff.
You mean things like Happy Birthday and...
a little something more, but along those lines.
Okay.
And all the ones that were a little more hidden. And he came across this gardener who was called Mr. England. This is true.
Okay.
And Mr. England sang him a song which was called The Seeds of Love. And I thought, this is fantastic. Here is a gardener and he's singing The Seeds of Love. And that's really, I had that title for a long, long time before I was struck with this rather inspired idea of ripping off John Lennon and making a song which what I wanted to do was really make a protest song against the current political regime, which at the time was Margaret Thatcher.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to try and evoke memories of the 60s when Britain was great and inflation was low and we had the Beatles and Harold Wilson was the Prime Minister.
For the previous albums, say starting back when you first became big in North America, because that's what we're familiar with.
No, it was all kind of...
It's no Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
No, well, the thing is this, I don't actually like that song very much, and so it's, how can I continue? So if I don't want to make music I don't like, and it's that kind of stuff I feel has had its day, and I want to move in this direction because, I don't know, maybe I'm getting older, maybe I'm just becoming more aggressive as I get older, I don't know why. But I'm really not the same guy that wrote all that stuff.
Did you feel you have to shake things up along the way because you were almost being, people wanted to typecast you into that cute little poppy duo? Oh, look, it's a Wham with a cynical edge.
Two puffs and a synth.
Yeah.
Now it's one puff and a guitar synth. And so, no, I just, I don't know. I mean, I guess the thing is you have to keep up with yourself. It's not just the music scene or whatever's going on. And I've always wanted, it's just a fantastic thing to be able to express yourself in music. And that's how I felt when I was 18, 19, 20. In those days, I was a lot more trapped. This album, for me, Raoul and the Kings of Spain, is just much more human.
You brought back Alita Adams for a guest appearance on this one.
That's true, yeah.
And also I saw in here, and it's intriguing, Barbara and Ringo, next time bring your own tea bag, I saw in there. Now, is that the Barbara and Ringo that we're all thinking of?
It is, actually, because we wrote most of these songs in the south of France. We rented a villa right on the Mediterranean.
Ooh.
And one of the luxuries of...
Again, of being in this industry.
Being in this industry, yeah. And we started writing, and this agent kept sort of ringing me up and saying, we need to bring somebody round because we need to sell the house for August. Now, this place is a lot of money, and August, to rent for August is thousands of pounds. Thousands. Tens of thousands of pounds.
For 1 month?
Yeah, for 1 month. And so she rang up, and as usual, I stopped work, sat outside, and waited for these people to turn up to see what kind of millionaire is going to move in for August. And so this guy comes in, and he's got like this beard, and he's got these shades on, and this big nose. And
wait a minute.
And I go, oh my God, it's Ringo. And he was with a very tall Londoner called Hillary. And so I'm like, Hillary sat chatting to me while Ringo's going around, and he just starts cracking all these jokes. He goes, it's very private here. I said, oh, yeah. He goes, I see a lot of boats in the bay. I said, yeah. He goes, they're not journalists, are they? I said, no. They leave you alone. I said, yeah, they leave me alone. He goes, they'd be bothering me a lot more if it wasn't for that Paul McCartney. So he's going on all about this stuff, and I'm going, my God, it's Ringo! And all the time we were doing writing secrets at the time, and it's got this Ringo drum fill, and I think, I hope he doesn't want me to play him anything, because he'll hear himself. And so then, just as he's leaving, he goes, thanks for the cup of tea, because I hadn't offered him anything, because I was just, nervous. And he goes, I brought my own tea bag. And, which he hadn't, he was joking, and And then the next time he came round, he brought his wife Barbara, and they all sat down. We gave them a cup of tea. But you see, he's off stimulants, and we gave him some Earl Grey, and he said, "I'll be buzzing all the way back to Monte Carlo." You know,
So you had tea with Ringo Starr.
I had tea with Ringo. Yeah.
But it's amazing to sit here and see somebody who's, reached your level of success, and yet you're still in awe when somebody of Ringo's stature comes in.
Absolutely.
It really puts you back. It almost puts you back in our camp, really.
Oh, yeah, completely. Yeah, totally.
It's kind of a nice little
But he's
feeling.
a great guy, actually. He's fantastic.